Hello and welcome to the new episode of Untold Journey podcast, dedicated to amplify the voice of young Africans. And this podcast is brought to you by All African Conference of Churches, the Horn of Africa project. Today I am with Sifen Shiferaw, a young advocate and leader from Ethiopia. She is currently working as Women Peace Building Engagement Project Coordinator at Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Mekane Yesus Development and Social Service Commission. Thank you so much, Sifen, for agreeing to be part of our podcast.
Thank you very much, Hannah, for having me for this program.
Tell us more about you. Let's learn. Who is Sifen Shiferaw?
Okay, thank you very much. As you already stated, I'm Sifen Shiferaw, and I'm currently working for Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Mekane Yesus Development and Social Services Commission as a Women's Peace Building Engagement Project Coordinator. Also, I'm an advocacy officer and the communication team. In short, my work is this.
Thank you so much. What inspires you to be in peace building advocacy journey, especially on your current role in EECMY?
Yeah, as it's known, the Development and Social Service Commission wing of Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Mekane Yesus, is currently working in different parts of Ethiopia. Even we can say all over Ethiopia, because the development in social services everywhere. So to address the different issues of regarding the social service and development, our commission is working especially on women, on peace building and conflict resolution. So it's a great opportunity for me to join this department to work on peace building, especially for women's voice, to be voice for those voiceless women, and to empower, to engage them in the work of peace building.
Thank you for sharing that. I see you have a diverse educational background, starting from organizational leadership to theological studies. How does that help you in your work, especially in your engagement with the community and with advocacy works that you do?
Yeah, it's a good question. Especially the current position I'm working on is, as I've told you before, it's project coordinator. So the organizational leadership is one of the important education that supports me for this position, because unless I identify the problem, the position, and how I work with those community, and how can I engage those with those who work in regarding to the peace building. This my educational background is supporting me regarding to this, especially in advocacy work. Unless we know the background of our community, the background of our areas that we are working on, we cannot advocate for those living on that area. So I think it's supporting me regarding to this.
That's very interesting. I have also learned that you coordinate women peace engagements. Do you have projects that you engage on women peace and security? So how does that work promote women meaningful participation, especially to leadership and to make their voice heard as well?
The main aim of this project is from the beginning to engage women from all, actually our project is on the West and South areas. especially the place that prone conflicts are happen again and again, as you know. So to make the women that live in this area to fully engage, which is meaningful engagement on peace building and to participate equally with men. Most of the time when they make dialogue and when they gather to make the peace, women are most of the time excluded and their voice is undervalued. So to work on this, which is to engage women to fully participate and play their role regarding to the peace building and conflict resolution. This project is giving different trainings for women. Even if this project is highly focused on the women participation, also men engagement is here. So how can we work on those women who are excluded from this work of peace, which is conflict resolution and peace building? Currently, we are giving different capacity building trainings and on gender equality, also on advocacy skills to make these women to participate, to play their role regarding to the peace building and conflict resolution. So I think this project is help them, especially those women that excluded from engaging in the peace building process.
Yeah, it's very important to engage women in peace dialogues and decision makings because when peace is not there, it's the women that are being affected the most. They are one of the vulnerable part of our community when it comes to conflicts and insecurity. So it's very important to engage women in decision makings, especially when it comes to peace buildings in the community, in their own community as well. So when you implement these projects, what are the most challenging things, especially in integrating women in decision-making processes? How do you also address these kinds of challenges?
Yeah, as I've told you before, the aim of this project is creating spaces for women. Women's efforts are especially primarily neglected and excluded from influencing peace processes. And under the Ethiopian Evangelical Church Makane Jesus structure, there are different synods. Like almost now, it's around the 43 synods under the ECMY structure. But when we come to the reality, when we see the engagement of women, especially in the leadership and decision making, it's very low. Almost we can say it's very low. So regarding to this project, we have to work on this issue, especially to engage women in decision making and to make them to come to the leadership position. Actually, it's challenging, really. It's very challenging, but we have to try somehow to make changes. For example, as you know, in Ethiopian culture, when men come to and when they gather together to make peace, or when they discuss about different issues, women are serve them as to serve them by like serving by coffee and tea,
Yeah,
like
facilitating the decision-making processes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, their engagement is almost low. their engagement is low. So how can we change this? Of course, it's very challenging, but by giving different training, especially to change their attitude, to break cultural barriers that stop women from participating, to to play their role in this, regarding to this, we have to try to give the training is also engaging men in this capacity building training, especially on advocacy. So unless they have this attitude, which is women can engage, they can play equally with men for peace building and conflict resolution, we cannot go far. So their attitude is must change it, and they have to gain different capacity building trainings on gender equality and advocacy. So we have trying regarding to this, Hannah.
Thank you, Sifen, for sharing that. As you mentioned, it's very challenging when it comes to making decisions and involving women in this decision-making processes, and those little contribution that women are also doing right now, it's not being documented, especially the peace processes. There are different kind of cultures and also, you know, like customs that we as an Ethiopian also use for peacemaking processes, and also where women are being involved as well. But when it comes to documentation and, you know, amplifying their voices, it's not that much. We don't see that much involvement. So, how do you document and their stories to be heard, so that this kind of stories can be, you know, shared to the next generation as well? Is there any culture of documentation where women are involved in decision-making process in your projects?
Sure. As I've told you before, this project, especially the peace building, the women's engagement in peace building project, is in two areas, which is in the West and South cluster. When we go there, we have different communication properties that help us to record video and audio documents. Especially, I can share with you one story regarding to this. There are different women that never ever participated in different trainings, even come to with the women that gather from different places. So they have given the opportunity to come with the other women that came from the West and South, and they share their experiences, how they play their role, especially in their home, in their family, with their neighbors, in their community, even in the church. What's surprising you, even if they have the ability to play different roles in the church, even in the community, but they are neglected. Their voice is neglected. So when they share their story, really, it's very interesting and it's very amazing. They are very strong and knowledgeable women in different society, but they didn't get the chance to come to the front and being with other community to share their experiences. So we have some documented stories of those women. So regarding to this, as I have told you, as I am the communication team, so when I go out for different trainings and meetings, I use this opportunity to record their story, their background, and how they play their role in the society, even in their family. there are different challenges and conflicts that starts from their home. So the experience is starting from their own home. When they start from there, it can be an example for their neighbors, even the society that they are living with. So the document is with us, which is focusing on their background and experience.
That's very great because, as you said, there are so many untold journeys and stories, and it's very important to document. And I am sure you also share those documented stories to your social medias for others to learn from them as well. So let's talk about advocacy, faith, and intersectionality. As you know, Ethiopia is a very religious country, and uh, religious leaders in the religion has big impacts and places when it comes to peace and security. How do you see the role of faith-based organizations, especially EECMY, in creating spaces on peace buildings, especially for women and youth?
Yeah, it's a good question. The role of faith-based organization is it's a basic and very important, especially in making peace and conflict resolution. Even I myself grown up in Mekane Jesus, so have the trained that when we our priestess and elders make a peace within family and within the society according to the word of God. As the Bible said, the beginning of the wisdom is the fear of God. So unless one person have this wisdom, we cannot make any change on the secular world. So the faith-based organization role is very important. So especially regarding to this, the Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Makane Jesus is playing her role in different areas in the Ethiopia, especially we can say all over Ethiopia, because her existence is everywhere. And also the members of this, the Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Makane Jesus number is even over, I think currently it's around 13 million. So her existence is not only by word, but by action. Teaching the word of God in action, how they change themselves, and how can they engage in the society, and how they reveal themselves in good work by making peace with in different society. As you know, before a couple of years, and here in Ethiopia, there are conflicts in different parts of Ethiopia, especially in the west, in the west and in the
Northern
east
part.
part. Yeah, yeah. So in that place, the Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Makane Jesus, has played a great role by teaching, even by gathering those that harmed in the conflict because of the war, gathering them in the churches and advise them by encouraging them, and also by supporting in different materials that needs them. So her role is visible.
Thank you. Yeah, we know that religious institutions are, they're the safest space for people, community to be surrounded in. So it's very important for FPOs to talk about peace and, create a prevention for any conflicts as well. So if conflicts happens, they are also the first respondents to, keep them from any other harms that are happening in the community where conflict is happening. So I understand it has a big role. As AACC, we also value the works of religious institutions, faith-based institutions in the community as well. When we say women, it's a generic term, right? There are different types of women. There are women with disabilities, women from region, women that are farmers, women that are from the urban areas, and so on. We have so many types of women. So it's very important to understand this intersectionality, right? So when we include in peace dialogues and engagements, it's very important to consider this. How do you ensure that intersectionality is understood and valued when you implement your projects as well?
Yeah, as the Development in Social Service Commission, they all are included because, as you said, when we say women, it's generic word, but there are minority, disabled, and different types of different kind of women that live in those our project is addresses. So as our commission, all are addressed, but specifically in the project that currently I'm working on, those disabled women are not included because the project it's limited and it's for a short period of time. So if you ask me, as a commission, we are working on, but in the according to this project, we focus only on the women that especially. And the one thing I forgot to tell you, we include the youth and students from different theological schools and Bible school are engaged in this project. So even they have now course regarding to the peace building and conflict resolution. So to engage those youth students, we give some opportunity for those students. And also we are working on, especially for youth, those learn in the Bible school and theological schools.
It's a bit difficult to integrate in, the different intersection of women in one project, but as much as possible, it's also our responsibility to bring the different, diverse women into one space so that all voices will be heard and their stories to be amplified as well. I am sure working on peace buildings, especially in a conflict area, it's very difficult and it has its own challenges. And what keeps you going, and what are some of the challenges that you face, especially as a youth advocates and youth leader who's working on peace and peace buildings, and who's working, bringing women into the table? What are the challenges that you're facing, and what makes you, committed, and what keeps you going?
Thank you. To be frank, it's very challenging, but the commitment and the passion that you have to work on this area is supporting you and encouraging you, which means I have a passion and interesting to work with women, especially in the peace building areas, because of most of the time when conflict and war happen, women and children are in the front position. They are always hearted and on those conflicts. So if you have a passion, if you have a commitment to work on these areas, I think it's not stop you from doing this activity and to play your role, especially helping those women to be voice for those vulnerable and disadvantaged in different areas, in different angle. So even if it's challenging, but still I'm working on, because as I've told you, I've grown up in Meccanesus. So the Christian values we have is supporting me, and I encouraged with the word of God, because even if we work for the secular, it's also the service for our spiritual work. So I'm so happy to working with those women and to engage in this responsibility. But to work on these challenging issues, we are trying to and thanks to God, we have some women that never engaged in this training meeting. Even they never heard about how they make a peace, how they resolve the conflict, being with neighbors, being with the society. But now they have some knowledge and skills how they engage in the work with those societies. So even if it's challenging, but I'm working on this, because I have a hope to see a result, and there is a change tomorrow. Even if we didn't see nothing, but tomorrow we will see the fruits and results.
Yeah, there's the saying, if not us, who? If not now, when, right? So it's us who can contribute to our country, to our continent, and if it's not now, there is no certain or convenient time to talk about peace. So we should always seize the opportunity to talk about peace, security, women empowerment, and other very important issues that are affecting our country, our continent in general. If you have one message that you want to share with women that are in the Horn of Africa who's trying to make difference in their community, what would it be?
In the Horn of Africa, especially when we see women, it seems like they have no knowledge, they have not strong, they cannot do anything. This is the attitude within our society, but the truth is not this. Women can do anything. They can do. They are strong. They have big ideas that can change the country, even the world. But there are different cultural barriers, and that the attitude that within our community is covering uh, their their knowledge, and stopping them to engage in those activities. So the message that I have for those women, especially that living in the Horn of Africa, you can do whatever you want to do, because you have the knowledge, or you have the capacity to make a change, to change your country, to change your home, to change the world. So please use your capacity, being be voice for those women like you that didn't get the opportunity to play their role, especially many times we face the challenge regarding to the peace and conflict. So you can make a peace, you can make a change regarding to the peace building and conflict resolution. So use the chance, use your knowledge, and be voice for those voiceless.
Thank you so much, Sifen. That's very inspiring. So, any other exciting engagements or goals, projects that you want to share with us?
If you ask me as
As
personal,
Sifen, maybe. Yeah.
okay, thank you. Yeah, I have a plan, I have a goal, especially really I have a passion to work on the teenagers and the youth, especially on women. Acco- because currently we have seen different challenging issues regarding to the teenagers and for the coming generation. Unless we teach them the right thing, unless we teach them how they live with their friends, with their neighbors, unless we teach them how they love their country, how they concerned about their country, even about their about Africa, who can teach them? It's starting from us. It's starting from myself. So I have the responsibility and the passion to work on those years and for the coming generation. So I have the plan to teach them and to inspire them. So in short, I have a plan to work on the teenagers and the youth.
Thank you so much for sharing your vision and your maybe short-term goal, because I'm sure you're gonna make sure that all young individuals, especially women, to be part of peace engagement, as well as to be very concerned about their country as well. So I wish you a best of luck on that. One last question. How do our audience see your work and supports, especially your work related to ECMY?
The ECMY task, which is the Development in Social Services Commission, is working on different development in social services in our country, especially on women empowerment, on peace building, and also the humanitarian and peace building programs. So our audience can get has on different platforms. We have a Facebook page, Telegram, LinkedIn, and also the Instagram platforms. And we have also the YouTube, so they can get different informations and they can gather different information from those platforms. And even they want to meet us physically, our office is around Amskila University, so they can get us physically. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. You can get AACC also in all the social media platforms, and we have our YouTube channel. You can like, subscribe, and follow our works. Thank you so much, Sifen, for making the time to discuss about your journey, your amazing work. We really appreciate what you are doing on the ground. It's very important, and we encourage you to do more. And I'm sure we will meet in different platforms, maybe on this with your next big project. So Thank you so much for making the time.
Okay, Hannah, thank you very much. Thank you.